everyone, this is Lena. Welcome to my YouTube tutorial channel, and today I'd like to share with you a trash to treasure. So I found this cabinet. It's a little games cabinet. You can play backgammon and drafts, and this is where you keep all your bits and pieces. It's got a little compartment drawer, and the lid lifts up and it slides so that it reveals a checkerboard, and if you lift it up it's like a little box inside, and this slides off and it becomes backgammon. Or you can just flip it over the lid and it becomes a little cabinet. So I'm going to start by removing all this red stain and varnish, and that's where I will begin this trash to treasure upcycle. So I'm going to start by using some paint stripper. So I'm just pouring some in and just using a brush to cover the lid. So I'm just concentrating on the lid at the moment, and I will apply and leave the paint stripper on for a few minutes, and then I will use a scraper to scrape as much of the varnish and the red stain as possible. So I'm not going to bore you too much, and I have sped up the video a little bit because for this part all I'm doing is literally using paint stripper and using my scraper to scrape up as much of this varnish and stain as possible, and then I'll slow the video back down so you can see the finished result. Let me start by saying, if you've done this before yourself, it's not an easy task, and I had to apply the paint stripper several times and clean my scraper. So it was very tedious and a lot of hard work, but I think it paid off in the end. So I've left the paint stripping to one side and I've gone back to the actual box, and I'm going to concentrate on giving this a very good thorough clean, as the inside is covered in a velvet material, so I wanted to get that as clean as possible. So I'm using some detergent with a damp cloth and giving the whole thing a good wipe, and then I will go over with a degreaser, making sure that there's no grease on the actual wood piece. So now that everything is lovely and clean and dry, I'm using some Rust-Oleum chalk paint in the colour beige, and I'm just going to give that 2 coats and making sure that the first coat is dry before I apply the second one. And I'm just going to make sure the whole piece that you're seeing is covered, as this is the colour that I want to use for the bottom half of this beautiful cabinet. Unfortunately, I did cover up that little design on the front. It won't go with the style that I'm aiming for, so I can obviously change that if one day I want to take the chalk paint off. It's going to be quite easy to remove that and expose that beautiful design on there once again, but for the time being, this is the theme that I'm going for. So this is the first coat, and I've left that to dry, and here in Portugal it's very hot, so that dried very quickly. And then I went over and gave it a second coat, and this is how the second coat looks, and it looks really beautiful. The chalk paint is really good, it sticks onto any type of surface, so I'm really happy that I chose that. On camera it does look white, but it's a beautiful beige colour. So now I've put the lid back on. I've still got to screw it back on, so I'll get my husband to help me with that. I did give the whole piece a quick sanding down with a light grip paper, and some of the stain stayed on the surface of the wood, but I don't mind that because that's the kind of look that I'm going for. So I'm really pleased of how it came out. And next step now is to actually concentrate on the little drawer, so I'm going to have to repeat the whole process again and give that a quick sanding down, and I used some paint stripper as well, and exposing that lovely wood through there. And so that's what I'm going to be working on now. So this is the cabinet all finished for now. I did spend quite a long time on it, and now all I'm doing is applying a good generous amount of clear wax on there to seal the whole piece in, and then this piece will be completely finished once it's completely dry with the clear wax. And this is how the little games cabinet turned out. It's really beautiful. It doesn't look like a little games cabinet. It can pass for just a little cabinet side table, little coffee table or something like that. And if you pull the drawer out, it will reveal the checkerboard and the backgammon, and you can keep your little pieces in the drawer there, or you can use it for something else. And it's not bad considering somebody was throwing this away and I gave it a new lease of life. It just goes to show somebody's trash really is somebody else's treasure, and I'm really happy with this. In the shop, this type of furniture will be quite expensive, so once I've had my usage of it, I might actually put it up for sale, as I don't really need this in my home at the moment. But we'll see how it goes, and I'll let you guys know if I've sold it or if I've kept this piece. And if you really enjoyed this tutorial, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel by hitting that subscribe button and that bell so that you're next notified when I upload a video. And thanks for watching Lena's Home Creation, and I'll see you again next week for another easy craft. Thanks for watching. Bye bye now.